guys. Happy Tuesday night. It's a great night for the internet. And we're here with the Batman Awards. Oh my God, it's our first ever franchise award show. Wow, it's gonna be amazing. We have so many great awards to give away by popular vote. You can cast your vote right now. That's right, the link is in the description. Okay? That's where you find that. So it's not too late to vote. We're hoping you will vote, and it's time for the show. I got Matt Cragg. I got Katie McDowell. I got the Batmen. And I got the villains. Here we go, guys.
Hey everybody, I'm Andrew Edison, and you're tuned in
to Movie Blab.
The clock has started.
Action! What's up, everybody? It's time for another episode of Movie Blab. That's right, we're going to be breaking down the awards for Batman, the franchise. It's an award show, guys. We're going to be giving away some Batty awards. It's going to be awesome. Tune in, vote live. It's going to be a fun night.
Spread the word.
Spread the word indeed. Oh, my God, look at that slurp. We got Katie McDowell here, everybody. Perfect way to start the show.
Spaghetti just trolling out of her mouth.
Best
Love
first frame of the show ever, in my opinion. That was really good, Katie. Keep it up. Of course, as you can see, enjoying some spaghetti in the audience, we have Katie McDowell. I'm also joined by my co-host, Matt Cragg. Matt, how are you doing?
I'm in the Batman mindset. I've watched a bunch of Batman movies. I'm ready to talk about the Caped Crusader. I'm ready to celebrate all of the great actors that have played Batman and all of the great actors and actresses that have played Gotham's meanest villains. So I'm very excited to have some people maybe call into the show later.
Oh my God, that's right. Call into the show at 908-679-9940, and you can make your case and affect the vote. And you can tell us about your favorite aspects of the Batman franchise or just your favorite Batman movie. Who do you think is sexiest among the Batmen? That's right, guys. We are joined by the Batmen. Incredible to see them here.
Hubba hubba.
Oh my God, look at these hot. Look at these Batmen.
Hot man.
So that's cool. They're here. And we've also got the villains on the other side. They're actually coming down the red carpet right now. Katie, our red carpet reporter, is having a little spaghetti, but she's also covering the carpet for us. Isn't that right, Katie?
Yes.
There she is. She's interviewing such iconic Batman villains as Selina Kyle, the Catwoman. We've got three different Jokers here. A little bit of who wore it best going on.
That's right.
We got Bane. You know, there's Jim Carrey as the Riddler, and of course, my personal favorite, Danny DeVito as the Penguin. Top
yes,
hat.
Danny DeVito as the Penguin. I can see the red carpet cam is live. It's just a little shaky. They need to put that thing on a tripod.
Mr. Carrey.
Mr. Carrey.
Riddler, please, an interview.
Oh, looks like he's saying no.
Where did you get that suit?
He doesn't have a response. He's walking away.
Who did your hair?
But it looks like Bane is stopping to talk to reporters, paparazzi. He seems to love the spotlight.
Excellent. He's got his best coronavirus mask on, so maybe he'll tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. And now down to you, Katie, at the red carpet.
How you doing, Bane? Not great, huh?
Guess you didn't want to talk.
I know.
Wreckage, brother.
Coronavirus sucks, doesn't it?
Take control of your city.
I'm glad you're wearing a mask, though.
And what is this?
It's spaghetti. That's what she's eating, Bane.
Oh yes, it's spaghetti and meatballs, Bane.
Why are you here?
It's a great question.
Bane, that's not very nice. He's here to eat spaghetti and enjoy the award show. And maybe we're having her do little red carpet interviews down here on the side, but there's no reason for you to get angry at our red carpet correspondent, Bane.
We both know that I have to kill you now.
You're gonna kill Katie?
What the
Indeed, I hope it
fuck?
does.
No.
Oh,
Get out of here with that nonsense.
The fire
you just
rises.
must really hate spaghetti.
You fight like a young
Nonsense.
man. There's nothing held back.
You can't kill me.
Now we come here not as conquerors, but as liberators to return control of this city to the people.
I couldn't agree with that more. That is what we're all about here at Movie Blab.
Yeah,
Mr. What, Mr. Bane, what are you
The
wearing?
League of Shadows.
Mr. Bane, who are you wearing?
For one of you holds the detonator.
Oh.
Is that how your outfit is so bomb?
Oh, it's by Detonator, the famous design artist. That makes sense.
And why are you people here?
We're here to give out Batman awards, Bane. Don't you want a bat
What he
award?
told you. We got to find out what he told you.
You get to find out what Andrew told me about the results coming in live. I don't know the results.
Peace has cost you your strength. Victory has defeated you.
Mr. Bane, it's kind of hard to understand what you're saying through your big fat mask.
And at the first sign of interference from the outside world, or from those people attempting to flee,
I think Bane's a good villain because everything he says annoys me. Well, guys, this is, of course, the incredible very first Batman Awards. That's right, guys. We are here with all the stars of the Batman franchise, and we are going to be giving out awards by popular vote. Right, Cragg? Not by Oscars.
Yeah, listen, we don't like the way the Oscars does it. I don't think a few old people and the 1% should be deciding what good art is and what good art isn't. So we have left the voting up to you, the people, to get some real results. No fake polls. This is all legitimate. This is a legitimate election, and there will be no tampering done by us here on the show. We're just going to announce the results as we see them.
And as we go through these awards, you can keep voting, actually.
It's like American Idol.
Well, yeah, once we announce it, then it's too late. But until then, all the categories you can vote for will still be these are live reveals of the of the winners of so many great awards. Oh my gosh. I think it's time to begin the ceremony. Anything else you want to say, Katie, from the red carpet? How's the spaghetti they're giving out there?
The spaghetti is great. It's homemade.
It's
And yeah, it's dinner and a show. I got to meet some celebs that got threatened with my life. It's been an eventful evening. We'll see where it goes from here.
Yes, of
Great.
course. Thank you for being here with all these other audience members. You, of course, have the front row seat. You're the Robert De Niro of this ceremony. Katie McDowell, thank you, and I hope you enjoy. Feel free to chime in with us as the only mic'd audience member. Okay? and away we go, guys.
I also just wanted to say that, this is a real awards show because both Andrew and I, as the hosts of this award show, are wearing black suits.
Yes, full suits.
So that's really important. We got dressed up for this, so that's how you know how real this is.
I had to go find my suit again. Anyway, let's get to it, guys. It is time for a little beautiful music, and welcome to the Batman Awards. Featuring the Joker, the Batman, evil villains, evil henchmen, the coolest Batmobile. All by your popular vote. It's happening right now, guys, on Movie Blab. And here are your hosts, the one, the only, Matt Cragg, and Andrew Edison. How's it going, everybody?
Hey, everybody.
Welcome. And of course, from the red carpet, we've got, of course, Katie McDowell. Wow. I don't know where she went. There she is. Katie. Oh, nope. Katie McDowell. And I think it's time to get to it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the most prestigious and most important awards, Batman-themed awards ceremony ever to be live broadcast during the coronavirus.
It's got to be up there.
And also throughout time, potentially, I have no idea, but it's time to get to it. Our first award. We'd like to thank everyone who participated in the voting. The voting is still open, as well as the phone lines. You can call it at 908-679-9940. It is time to take a look at the first category. Ladies and gentlemen, the best one-liner. Cragg,
This is a great category.
how do you feel about one-liners in Batman? Essential?
Essential. It is one of the only constants throughout every Batman movie. No matter the tone, whether you go for the more gritty tone of the Chris Nolan movies or the campy tone of the original Adam West, throughout time, Batman one-liners, punny or not, have been an integral part of the Batman franchise.
Yes.
The committees have spoken, and here are the nominees.
Okay, guys. The nominees are... I'm not wearing hockey pants. From The Dark Knight.
A Roby the size of a tangerine. From The Dark Knight.
Robin, pass me the shark-repellent bat spray. From The Batman.
Time for you to chill out. From Batman and Robin.
And the Batty goes to... Oh, gotta wait while I'm gonna open the digital envelope. The Batty goes to... Oh, it's time for you to chill out tying with Robin Pass Me the Shark Repellent Bat Spray, guys. That's right. They both got it. Oh, my God. It's a tied Oscar. I mean, Batty.
A tied Batty.
But that's okay. What a great category. You know, we don't want to overlook it, but like any award show, we need to move on. So there will be no speech from Arnold or from Adam West. So
I'm being carried off the stage.
But wow, guys, what a great award. Incredible.
This is another way that the Batman Awards, or the Batties, as they're more affectionately called, are better than the Oscars, because we don't let these celebrities get up and pontificate about their causes.
Nope.
Nobody wants to see that. They just want to see who won. So, and they want to see some good hosting. So we're gonna provide you with both of those things today, and we got some Oscar cutoff music if anyone tries to go too long. So, it looks like I'm being cut off now. Thank you. Thank you very much. And this brings us to our next category.
Yes, they love it. Our next category is the best. The very best parents dying scene. The very best one, guys. That's right. The very best parents dying scene.
So this is a little bit of a misconception about Batman movies. Most people, if you ask them, would believe that every single one includes a scene where Bruce Wayne's parents die. That is not the case. We have tracked down only out of the 4 Batman movies, there's only 4 parents dying scenes.
Yes. And they are right here on the Blab
And they are right here. They are right here for those to see. Oh, also, Batman Forever does have a parents dying scene, but it's basically just like a flashback to the extended one in Batman of 1989.
So the nominees are.
So
the nominees are Joker, Batman Begins Batman, meaning Batman Begins, and Batman versus Superman. Matt Cragg, who do you think's gonna win this one? You have no idea what the vote says. I'm just wondering.
I don't know what the vote says, but I have an opinion. I think Batman Begins should get it because the only two where it's a really extended scene that really drives the plot, I would say, are in Batman Begins and in Batman. In Batman, Thomas Wayne looks like a little bitch. And in Batman Begins, he deals with the robber in a better manner before he is shot dead.
Well, let's find out if you're right.
Batman makes him look stupid.
It is Batman Begins!
All right, Batman Begins.
Congratulations of the 14 voting members of the Academy. It is Batman Begins. So I congratulate you on having excellent taste. It looks like Katie in the audience approves. She's starting a trend. The rest of the audience is also very into it. Okay. So the next category, I think that what is better than Batman Begins in terms of the importance of that scene, you know?
Yeah, I think Batman Begins, out of all the Batman movies, does the origin story the best, in my opinion.
A lot of the others are nods.
A lot of the others, they kind of, pass over it. They don't really cover the time between the parents dying and when Bruce Wayne actually becomes Batman. It's generally just a hard cut. Yes. And you're supposed to understand that he struggled a lot in his upbringing, and was very lonely. But I think Batman Begins, one of the best things about that movie is that they dedicate a little bit more time to the origin story of Batman. And I think they do a great job of explaining how a young Bruce Wayne lost his parents and turned into Batman.
Yes. And that's such a key scene, and we really feel. I got to read the screenplay for Batman Begins, at least up to that point, and it was even affecting on the page. It's the trauma that started it all, and what's worse than losing both your parents that way?
And then you get the great scene too in Batman Begins, right after his parents die, where Gary Oldman as Jim Gordon is putting the jacket over the young Bruce Wayne's shoulders, letting him know that everything's going to be all right. Mm-hmm. So that's a great introduction to the character of Jim Gordon in that series, the Christopher Nolan series. So Batman Begins, definitely best parents dying scene.
You said it best, and everyone agrees. It's time to get to the next category, guys. All your favorite Batman themes.
Where's the trigger?
Do you have some Batman music?
I'm Batman. I swear to God. Swear to me. I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
Pelo que eu sei, você podia ser o próprio Batman.
Eu não sou o Batman. Eu sou o Batman.
Batman. Okay, guys, the next category is, we're moving quickly, it's Best Action Sequence.
No. Isn't it? Wait, I don't have them in the right order.
I'm going in the order.
You have them in the right order.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my fault.
It's okay, no problem. It's good to be on top of these things, and you always are. Matt Cragg, we love you here on the Blab, and we're great friends.
We're very good friends.
Okay. I love it when we kiss through the virtual green screen. It rivals Spider-Man.
It's the closest thing I've gotten to human touch in months. So,
yes, it is. Yes. Okay, guys, the next category. Let's check out the Blab Top. It's Best action sequence. Oh my God, that's a hard choice. We have our nominees here. Do you want to round up these nominees for us, Matt Cragg?
Yeah, sure. Of course, you have the Joker hospital scene from The Dark Knight, which is a really popular one where Heath Ledger, dressed in a sexy nurse costume, blows up the hospital. It's a pretty great effect. Has since been turned into a GIF that is often used, or as a meme. That shot of him blowing up the hospital, very popular. One of my personal favorites coming up next is the Jack Nicholson Prince Big Balloon Parade.
Love it so much.
From that's it's not actually Batman Returns. That would be Batman.
Yes. Oops.
That's okay. I think everyone knows the scene where the Joker is going to gas the city of Gotham by bringing them all to a parade where he says he's going to pass out $20 million. Instead, he tries to gas everyone to the sounds of Prince. But Batman stops him with his bat plane, cuts all the balloons off, and they float away. So that's a good one. Another great one. Oh, you got the clip here and everything? This is another scene where Jack Nicholson dances to Prince, but I also love this. It is also worth discussing. One of my critiques of this movie, Batman, is that there are only 2 instances where Jack Nicholson dances to Prince. I thought there should have been at least 5 or 6. But I do love the scene where they destroy the art museum. Look at his hat and yeah. Just destroying priceless pieces of art. The clown prince of crime here.
Joker was here.
He was here.
I like how Jack Nicholson's Joker isn't even very funny at all. Like his jokes kind of are ridiculous.
Joker was here.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Jack Nicholson.
No, I think he's fantastic, but it's funny that his
this part
so shitty. Yeah.
Where he acts like the statue. Yeah. This is good stuff.
I mean, people didn't really reference this in when Joker came out, but I mean, it's totally. He's not the first Joker to dance on some stairs. That's all I'm saying.
No, he's not.
Well, should we reveal the winner, guys?
Well, should we talk about the other
nominees? I'm sorry.
Nominees. The
absolutely.
other nominees.
Absolutely.
We also have Chasing After Harvey Dent in the 18-Wheelers, which is also from The Dark Knight. That scene where they're transporting Harvey Dent after he's quote-unquote admitted to be the Batman, and they expect that the Joker's going to come out and attack him, and they come out in the 18-Wheelers, and that scene is super cool.
So cool. I love that sequence. Like, just the how fast they make it feel like those 18-wheelers are going.
Yeah. And then the 18-wheeler, he gets on the motorcycle and he does the string under the 18-wheeler and he makes it flip over on its front.
Yes, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's a great scene.
I mean, the Nolan franchise.
The Nolan franchise has some of the best action sequences, of course. I mean, because, it's the most real, it has the most realistic effects, considering it's one of the newer ones. Also, the boat raid in the original Batman movie, The Batman, which is the one with the iconic booms and kapows, all the sound effect popping up in the bubbles anytime they punch each other. It's good, clean fun, incredibly influential. People are still referencing that scene to this day. And then, of course, we have Andrew. This one was one that you talked about liking a lot. If you want to talk about the plane over the plane in the opening sequence of Dark Rises.
So I watched this last night, actually, and I'm a fan of The Dark Knight Rises. Everyone hates it. I know you're booing at me. I get it. It's people thought it was a letdown, but I actually really enjoyed that movie, and I think if you revisit it with less expectations and you look at it as a whole trilogy, it does a really good job, actually, of developing the politics in the world of it further and further and further until you're literally at the bottom of the earth.
People pan that movie, and I don't think that's a fair criticism at all. It's not my favorite of those three Nolan ones, but like I don't think it's bad in the least. Like I still really enjoy it when I watch it.
Not at all. Yeah.
I get some good laughs out of Tom Hardy as Bane, and it's a good time. I like that one.
Yeah, I do too.
But yeah, the plane over the plane in the opening sequence where they attack the plane that's mid-flight by flying over it with another plane and jumping down on top of it and cutting it in half, and yeah, it's great.
It is. Well, I think we're ready to reveal the votes. Are you, Matt? Are you feeling ready? We just refreshed it. For those of you, if you're just tuning in, you can vote. You can vote still. Katie, why are you laughing? Here we go, guys. So the winner of Best Action Sequence is a 3-way tie.
Oh my gosh!
Between the Bane's opening plane stunt, and I did not vote in this, chasing after Harvey Dent in the 18-wheeler, and the Joker hospital scene. When I looked earlier today, it was the 18-wheeler scene was winning, but it looks like it thinned out into a tie.
By having multiple
it just shows you how
scenes,
hard of a choice that is.
Yeah, also too having multiple scenes from The Dark Knight, probably maybe split some of that vote. If only one of those had been nominated, I bet it would have been a big runaway for that.
It just shows that the Best Action Sequence award goes to the Dark Knight.
Yeah, the Nolan series for sure.
Or literally The Dark Knight. Well, yeah, the whole Nolan series. Yeah, awesome. Absolutely, I think that's fair. Well, we have ties. That's democracy.
Yeah,
on a 14-person scale, right?
Listen, we're not all. We could have, if we wanted to, just been like, oh, it's a tie. Let's just pick a winner. But we didn't do that. We are just broadcasting the real results. It's whatever you guys said. You came in and voted. And if you want your voice to be truly heard, make sure you continue to vote. We're still taking votes in, or you can also call into the show. Don't forget to do that.
That's right. We're now accepting callers during the live show, or you can leave us a voicemail right now, 908-679-9940. I think it's a good time to check the voicemail. What do you say, Matt?
I would love to check the voicemail. As these Oscar shows go on, you don't just get to hear the awards, you get a little bit of comedy. So I'm excited to hear what sort of comedy comes in over the voicemail. What funny things our fans and listeners have to say.
Yeah, it's always great to hear from our fans. We want to hear from you, and we want to talk to you live on the air. Get that thrill. Let's see. Somebody called in here. It looks like. Let's take a look. This is from a listener. It says Morgan from Texas.
Hey, Movie Blab. Long-time listener, first-time caller. This is Han. I'm really excited to talk about Batman. I've been spouting this theory for the longest time. So here's the theory, is that the end of a good action movie is perfectly encapsulated by the difference between Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. The end of Dark Knight Rises, there's a nuke, and it's just a bomb, and Gotham's going to get blown up. The end of Dark Knight, there's the two ships that the Joker has pitted against each other, the boat of the prisoners and the boat of the civilians. The reason Dark Knight works so well, the end of Dark Knight, is that you actually believe that the Joker might blow up one of those ships, or both of them are going to blow up, or one of them's going to blow up. You are in the chaos
I believe
with him,
Bane.
And you don't know what's going to happen. The end of Dark Knight Rises, by the time you get to that nuke, I have other problems, but that by the end, they're not going to nuke Gotham. The end of the movie isn't going to be the nuke is going to go off. So there's all this hubbub about getting out of the city and get the buses, out, get the children out, and all that stuff.
Very detailed theory, Morgan from Texas has here.
Taken out, and of all the stakes of it, and this applies to things like Marvel movies as well, like the end of Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, the city dropping. You're like, okay, yeah, there's going to be a giant city. You sort of check out when there's so much CGI, and it's not the stakes aren't there.
Is he talking about Marvel movies
Dark
now?
Knight is better than Dark Knight Rises, and an ending like Dark Knight is character driven and not CGI or effects driven. Thank you, Movie Blab. Talk to you soon.
Oh, well, we appreciate
I
that
appreciate
call
the
from Morgan,
thanks.
Texas. I don't know how much I agree with what he's saying because I find Bane to be very scary and believable, especially post-coronavirus.
Yeah, why not?
Because of his evil mask.
Look at his evil mask.
I was walking around today, and everyone's mask looked like Bane after. I mean, he's scary, and he's very powerful, and he does a lot of pretty terrible things leading up to the end.
It's true.
But obviously, Batman's gonna win like every time. Like, how can you not let Batman win at the end of a trilogy?
That happens in every Batman movie.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect?
It's a
You don't
Batman.
want to go there to watch Batman fail. Then that movie could be about a guy named Larry. You know?
Yeah. He needs. Batman always has some sort of dark night of the soul, and then he comes back, and he comes back with a vengeance, and he kicks butt. And you know, I mean, these movies are a little formulaic in that way, but like, who cares? They're fun. So I'd say to our listeners' criticism of Dark Knight Rises, I hear you. That's probably the more popular opinion, but here on Movie Blab, you know, we have some different thoughts. Trying to give some voices to the voiceless. Ready to scream about it, just like that guy.
That guy. Cool. Well, let's get to our next category. What do you say?
That sounds great. I'm looking forward to it.
We are breaking it down. Best love interest. That's the category. It's gonna be awesome. Let's talk a little bit about love interests in Batman movies.
Most of the time, they're not the best parts of the movie.
That is true.
They haven't really done a great job of writing him great female characters that will be opposite of him. I think the most intriguing ones that they do is when he kind of gets like seduced by one of the villains, whether it's Catwoman, who has struggles of her own about deciding whether or not she wants to be good or bad, or someone like Poison Ivy, who is just trying to seduce Batman for her own evil plans. But when they give him one that's not a superhero, just like whether it's Rachel Dawes from the Christopher Nolan ones or Vicky Blake, a lot of those times, in my opinion, it's not the fault of the actresses in the least. It's the fault of the writing, that their stories just sometimes fall a little flat. And there's not a whole lot of chemistry between the women and Bruce Wayne. But I thought it was
Spider-Man or any of these other.
But I thought it was important, or we thought it was important, to discuss, because there's been a lot of great female actresses that have given a lot to the Batman series, whether if they were supervillains or just regular Gothamites. And I thought we should talk about them and vote on them.
I agree. Well, the next category is love interests, and so we're getting to it with these nominees. It's a tough category because it's not easy to be, as Cragg was describing, to be the love interest of Batman. He's got a lot on his plate.
Yeah, and the whole thing too.
Katie, did you have something you wanted to say to Bane?
Katie whispering to Bane, or
Katie, what did you want to say to Bane?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing at all.
None of your beeswax.
They're just swapping secrets.
Take control.
He wants you to take control, Katie.
Don't tell them anything, Bane.
You know what's...
This bomb is armed. This bomb is armed. This bomb is mobile, and the identity of the trigger man is a mystery.
It's Cragg. Cragg has the trigger. Admit it, Cragg. You have the trigger. Admit you have the trigger.
I do.
You have the trigger?
I always got that.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh my God.
I will text
You know what's more interesting than some of these love interest stories with Batman is Katie's love story with Bane. But while that is incredibly interesting, there has not yet been a Batman movie dedicated to our friend Katie and her love with Bane.
Yeah. It looks like the Penguin's pretty jealous over there.
Yeah, he is. He looks a little jelly.
And of course, Jared Leto is baiting the paparazzi with his stance and stare. Not gonna work, Jared.
Not gonna work this time, Jared. Well, should we get to the nominees for best love interest?
I think so. The nominees for best love interest are Maggie Gyllenhaal in Dark Knight.
Woo! Nicole Kidman in Batman Forever. Kim Mason in Batman. Michelle Pfeiffer in Batman Returns. And Katie Holmes in Batman Begins. Guys, and I think this was actually a little bit of an omission on the part of the Academy here.
Yes.
But I feel like Uma Thurman probably should have been nominated in this category for her performance as Poison Ivy. But that's on us.
I think we put it in there, but then the troll took it out because he's been talking.
The movie Blab troll.
The movie Blab troll. If you look at his Facebook page, I'm so mad he created that. If you look at his Facebook page, he talked all about how Uma Thurman sucks, and I don't think that's. I think it was in the group too. He hacked his way into the Facebook group.
Damn troll.
Yeah, Movie Blab, the official group for movie blabbers on Facebook. Anyway, guys, let's find out who won. Katie, any thoughts on love interests from the crowd here? There's a lot of love out on the red carpet with the villains. Be careful over there on the red carpet.
I'm fine.
She can hold her own with all these villains.
That's good to know.
It's just it's just me and Bane here. There's nobody else.
That's true. That is totally true.
They expect one of us in the wreckage, brother.
Ooh, looks like he's gonna throw you out of the plane soon.
Or is that some sort of an innuendo?
He wants to wreck you.
There's gonna be one of us is gonna be in the wreckage.
Ooh, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
Okay, should we? Who? So best love interest. Who's the winner?
Right,
I'm on my
tip. Find out. I know, me too. Let's find out the winner for best love interest. That's right, guys. The very best one is by far and away from the very popular vote. We have a new voter, by the way.
Hey.
And the answer is it's Michelle Pfeiffer from Batman Returns.
Yeah.
I think she definitely deserves that. What do you guys think?
Absolutely. Her portrayal as Catwoman is pretty great. They famously had to vacuum seal her suit to her for that movie. And they could only
things to you.
Yeah, they could only shoot for a short amount of time before the vacuum seal would inevitably break. It's an iconic role for Michelle Pfeiffer, and she really stands out as a love interest playing opposite of Batman.
Congrats to Michelle Pfeiffer. Great job being the one, and clearly Kim Basinger had some fans there, but Michelle Pfeiffer took it home. You know who didn't do great was Nicole Kidman. Or sorry, Nicole. You can't win every award.
Nicole Kidman's is interesting because, like, straight from the beginning, she is literally, like, throwing herself at Batman and, like, turns on the bat light and, like, he shows up to the bat signal and she's, like, wearing nothing but lingerie and she's like, hello, Batman. It's like, yeah, we just met. Like, you got Batman is a lonely, brooding man. You know, you got to take some time.
Yeah, he doesn't screw on the first date. You know.
No, he doesn't. He leaves a lot of lingering
Mystery.
innuendo. Yeah.
Yeah, he likes it. Some like it hot, and Batman likes it hot.
I think this is another reason why some of these love interest stories don't always pan out with Batman, is because we know Batman as, alone in the world. Him against the world. He's all alone since his parents have died, and so it's weird to see him like in a loving relationship. But we do want it for him too. So Michelle Pfeiffer, congrats on your award.
Congrats, Michelle. All right, I think it's time to move to the next award. Matt Cragg, next up on the ballot, we have
next
the best Batmobile. This is our last award, I believe, before the. Oh nope, we're gonna have a few more before the break. This is best Batmobile. Wow, this is hard because there's so many cool types of Batmobiles. Right, guys?
Yes.
Cool cars, zoom,
Yeah, the Batmobiles is one of the most, as I was saying about one-liners, a thing that's continuous through all Batman movies. They all have great one-liners, but they also all have great Batmobiles. And what kind of car the Batman drives is incredibly important to Batman fans, and to me personally.
As you can see, we have the Batmobile right here.
The tank-like
version,
Batmobile,
which is our nominees. Should we get to our nominees, guys? What do you think, Katie?
You want to hear?
Katie wants to get to our nominees.
Let's hear about the Batmobiles.
All right, guys, it's time to reveal the nominees for Best Batmobile. Cragg, read them off for us.
All right. Coming in first, we have the tank from The Dark Knight that we just showed you. It's a classic one from the Christopher Nolan series. It is in all three of the Christopher Nolan ones, the tank from The Dark Knight. It has a lot of great features. The way it breaks down into the motorcycle is really cool, and it's kind of seems like the most like heavy duty, really cool stuff. The next one, we have the original Batman's groovy convertible from the Batman, which that one is it's made after it's like an old Lincoln Corvette. And it has like two individual seats with the little individual windshields, and it's got it's black and red, so it's a little different from some of the other Batmobiles, but it's got sort of that 60s sleek convertible look to it. It's pretty groovy. The next one we have here is, let me see those nominees again. Is it?
Oh, I'm sorry. We've got a. Sorry.
Yeah, let me see those nominees.
Oh shit! I already.
Nope, didn't see it.
It's Best Batmobile, guys. Take a look at the Blab top.
Okay. Oh, the Batman Forever, which is when Joel Schumacher took over the series for Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, the two most panned films of the Batman franchise. I do, however, think that the Batmobile in those movies is a little cool. It's like the long cigarette-looking one from the Tim Burton, but it has all of these blue lights, like underneath and coming out of the side, and these sort of powder blue neon lights that come out off of the Batmobile. They kind of give it a cool little effect. And then, of course, the long, skinny black Batmobile from the Tim Burton movies, Batman and Batman Returns. This is the one from my childhood that I remember most when I think about the Batmobile.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
what I kind of think of.
I had a little plastic one.
Yeah, it's a great version of the Batmobile. So I'm excited to see who wins this here, Andrew.
Yes, let's find out who it is. Who takes home the prize for the best Batmobile? Which movie's gonna win, guys? We're gonna find out right now. And the winner is Dark Knight's Tank by a landslide.
Yeah, not even close. I love to see some OGs giving love to the groovy convertible and the Tim Burton design.
Yes, a split between the OGs here.
Batman Forever gets no love whatsoever. That's okay. It's not a movie that deserves a lot of love. I do like the blue lights on that Batmobile, but the Dark Knight tank wins it in a landslide.
Fantastic, and I think the crowd agrees. I know I do. It's a split vote.
This is a hard one for me to decide on, but I think what I really chose was the original convertible. It's just so sleek and so goofy.
Yeah, I would have chosen that one as well. I'm an old school.
The Dark Knight tank is a fantastic choice. I could say it deserves it. Let's run away with that. So good job by you, Dark Knight tank.
Yes, fantastic. And Katie, on the red carpet, I know that the Joker is there and Bane is there to accept on the Dark Knight franchise's behalf. Do you want to ask the Joker how he's feeling on the carpet there?
Joker. Joker, would you like an Oreo?
Why so serious?
Which one? Which one of you wants an Oreo? Which?
Let's put a smile on that face.
Would you?
You know what would put a smile on your face is eating an Oreo, Joker.
It really would. I guarantee it.
She's offering.
Man, what a bunch of jokers.
Oh.
Let's get to it. We have more awards to give out. I think that was a great description of the Batmobile. Very interesting category. Well, before we get to the final categories of the night, the top 5 categories, we are going to reveal the sixth category here for the Batty Awards, the Best of Batman. The people have spoken. It's not too late to vote for our final 5 categories. We'll be taking a brief break during which we will be accepting more votes and call-in votes as well. So feel free to participate. And, of course, it is now time to reveal the next category, which is Best Evil Henchman.
Yes.
Best Evil Henchman.
This is a great category.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it should be noted too. Like when you talk about evil henchmen, it's like a gang or like a crew of his little underlings that are constantly getting their butts kicked by Batman.
Yes.
But a lot of different things went into choosing the nominees for this category. It was not only the aesthetic of what the gang look like, what their matching costumes are, but I felt like also had to do with how well they do up against the Batman, or how many of them are there. Is it because some people I feel like have more henchmen than others, and so by using those parameters, I think the Academy was able to really narrow it down to a good list of nominees here for our voters to choose from, to choose the best evil henchman. Of course, we have Joker's henchman from the Dark Knight, the Penguin Army, Batman Returns, Bane's Mercenary, Dark Knight Rises.
Whoa.
That's very loud. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Yes, it was.
Whoa.
The Purple Jacket Joker Gang from Batman. Hockey Skaters for Mr. Freeze from Batman and Robin. And Tommy Lee Jones's Gimps from Batman Forever. These are some great nominees we're looking at here. Two-Face has a bunch of people wearing Gimp masks, which are his crew. Danny DeVito as the Penguin has a penguin army of penguins with rockets strapped to their back, which is incredible.
Incredible.
He also has a bunch of circus gang people that follow him around. People that are dressed like carnies and circus clowns.
Yes. Clowns are a big theme in the villain world of Batman.
In the villain world of Batman. Of course, we have the Dark Knight Joker henchman. from the bank robbery scene in the beginning. Yeah, you see those guys, and they have like they have the great masks. They're not wearing makeup. They wear like cool like Joker masks, and they all are a little bit different. Have their own individuality. Batman and Robin, which is an awful movie, but does feature some henchmen for Mr. Freeze, which they are. Believe Robin at one point refers to them as the hockey team from hell. When Mr. Freeze freezes atmospheres, they skate around and beat people up with their hockey sticks. They definitely stick out as a gang of henchmen characters, so they also made it onto this list. Am I leaving anyone out here?
I don't think so. I can check for you right here on the laptop. Oops. Never mind. I'm giving out some emails. No, I think it's time to reveal.
Yeah, let's reveal.
Okay, and the Batty goes to... Another split between Hockey Skaters for Mr. Freeze and Purple Jacket Joker Gang. I mean, I gotta say, it's incredible that Batman and Robin has won an award at the Batties.
Because it is my gosh. I watched it today. It's not a good movie. Batman and Robin, of course, is where you get Chris O'Donnell and George Clooney with their bat nipples and the shots of their butts when they're putting on their suits. You also get some great puns from Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy. It's weird, though. They made Gotham look less like a city and more like this is 100% a movie set. The whole thing looks so fake, and the acting is so cheesy and over the top.
How do you mess up Gotham?
It's just it's so dumb. It's a bad movie. It's not that aesthetically pleasing. But the hockey skate man were some things that people seem to really remember.
A highlight, yeah, for sure. And it earned them a nomination, and it earned them a win.
I can also see how the Purple Jacket Gang gets a tie there, because we showed you in that clip earlier when they're destroying the art museum. They danced to Prince, and people always seem to really remember them.
It's nice to see a nod also to Bane's Mercenaries and the Penguin Army and Tommy Lee's Gimps.
Yeah, Penguin Army and Tommy Lee's Gimps are both some underappreciated noms here.
And interesting that the Joker's Henchman was a big disappointment for people, even though we're seeing a lot of wins for Dark Knight already.
Yes, yeah, that shows that our fan base here at Movie Blab, they're not just going to give everything to Christopher Nolan's Batman movies because that's the hip thing to do, right?
Exactly.
Like they appreciate the other Batman films. Yes. They're a very well-rounded base with a very eclectic taste in Batman movies, and I applaud them for that.
I applaud them as well.
Good job, guys.
Well, guys, this so far has been an amazing Batman Awards. That's right, guys. We are giving awards to the greatest Batman movies for all different aspects across the franchise. Thank you for joining us. We are hosted, of course, by myself and Matt Cragg. It's been an incredible show. You can drink here, and it looks like our guests are pretty sauced. Look at and by sauced, I mean pasta sauced. That's right, guys. Katie McDowell in the audience. We're going to be back with more Movie Blab Awards, guys, for the greatest Batman movies in the franchise. It's a magical time for all involved, including you, who can vote in the it's not too late to vote for the final 5 categories. It's an important vote. We'll be hitting refresh on the Google Forms to see who is turning out. So this is the time to call in to vote. We love you guys. You love us. And we're going to be back with more Blab. Anything else you want to say, Matt Cragg, before we go to the break?
And if you got something to say, make sure you call us in. Call in or leave a voicemail over the break. We might get back to you.
It's good. We haven't mentioned that. I'm glad you said that because we haven't mentioned it enough. And I'll mention it right now. Call into the show at 908-679-9940. We'll be right back, guys, with more Movie Blab Awards. Whoop, whoop.
Hello, my name is Katie. I'm calling Movie Blab. I have a comment to make. I think that Paddington Bear should be in way more episodes, if not every single one. That's all. Good night.
Oh no, it's Paddington!
Paddington!
Oh, hey Paddington! How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well because I'm feeling. I just had a delicious marmalade sandwich.
Whoa, that's great, Paddington. So you're nice and full, huh?
Oh yes. Would you like a bite?
I don't know. I don't know if I can eat in the virtual studio right now. I'm trying to do a show, man. But
yes,
I can't believe you decided to grace us with your presence. This is insane.
Wow.
I mean,
It's really an honor.
Oh, that's very sweet of you to say, Carly.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's Paddington.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
I
Al,
learned
it's,
from the
it's,
best.
it's Paddington. Yes.
Oh, have you been being kind and polite, Carly?
It's always right.
Oh, yes.
I bet you're hungry. You want some marmalade?
What'd you say, Al?
What, Al?
I bet you're hungry. Do you want some marmalade?
Oh, haven't heard that one in a while. Please, come on. That's like the first thing everyone says to me. Have you been being kind and polite, Carly?
Wow. Al, come on. You're gonna embarrass us.
Paddington, I've wanted to ask you this for a really long time, but is Hugh Bonneville nice in person?
Oh, yes. Oh, what a nice question. Hugh Bonneville, who of course plays my father in that movie, is very nice. He mostly keeps to himself, but he's been very nice, and I have no complaints.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really? That's really interesting, Paddington.
Thank you. Yes. Well, I must be going to leave.
Fabulous news. 500 likes.
500 likes. Wow, big deal.
500 today, 516 tomorrow. Congrats.
With 500 whole likes, no one can stop us.
500 likes. 500 likies.
No one can stop us. 500? 500? Keep it up.
Movie Blab, yo, got 500 likies, and Movie Blab will get
many likes more.
I remember when it just was like 50 fans, and we never thought it would get there, but we did know that it would get there. And now you're at 500.
So this is Johnny, and my favorite baseball movie is Major League. My favorite basketball movie is, I don't know, Hoosiers.
500! 500! 500! 500 likes!
And it's only a matter of time until the whole world is talking about movie Blab.
I believe it.
The comical show that talks 10,000 movies. It will be the stuff of legends, myths, and lore.
500!
I love talking about Nick Cage.
500!
I love talking about Jackie Chan.
500 likes!
I love talking about Alfred Hitchcock. Playing Jeopardy with my friends.
Not one of those likes was from me. Not one. Not on Instagram. Not on Twitter. Not on Facebook. Not the hair on my chinny chin chin.
Wow, big deal.
Coming back at you guys. We're here on Movie Blab, and we're live AF. That's right, guys. We live AF. Here be the peeps, and here be the game. It's the Batman Awards, guys. That's right. We're giving awards away to the best Batman movies. A lot of great ones out there. It's hard to decide. That's why we let the popular vote decide. That's right. You can still vote right now. And leave your thoughts in the comments. Before we get to it, though, guys, I've got Matt Cragg and I've got Katie McDowell here, and we are back and we are live. Before we get to it, though, we're going to take some calls from our amazing hotline, 908-679-9940. We do have a caller. Probably not a big surprise to you, but we have him right here. His name is Alex Kahn, and he's our intern, which means it's time for Intern Corner with Alex Kahn, guys. That's right, Intern Corner. This is where we let Alex Kahn say whatever's on his mind. This time he's going to be telling us about the Batman franchise. Alex Kahn, what are your thoughts on the Batman movies?
I have something sort of about Batman.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so as Joaquin Phoenix was amazing in Joker. But you know who should have gotten that Oscar? He wasn't even fucking nominated. Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems. Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems was a million times better than Joaquin Phoenix in Joker.
I like that take.
Who did you
disagree?
I don't know. Who did you vote for Best Joker? Coming up, a category coming up.
I think Joaquin Phoenix is like tied with Heath Ledger for the best Joker.
Okay.
But Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems was Daniel Day-Lewis level in Uncut Gems.
What really struck you about Heath Ledger's performance in The Dark Knight Rises?
Also, Heath Ledger is somebody that people say is my doppelganger. Andrew?
Who said that?
No, a couple people.
I'm saying it right now.
You're saying it?
You think I
Oh.
look like Heath
I'm
Ledger?
saying it. Yeah, Alex Kahn, just like Heath Ledger is the Joker. He looks.
Do I look like him?
You look like Heath Ledger. Yep.
Yeah, yes, that's one. But yeah, Uncut Gems. The performance in Uncut Gems by Adam Sandler was way better than Joaquin Phoenix's in Joker, even though Joker is an incredible film.
And then, what were your thoughts on Danny DeVito as the Penguin?
I didn't really like The Dark Knight Returns. Batman Returns. I didn't really like that one. I didn't really like the Batman. I remember I had a lot of weird friends that liked Batman and Robin for some fucking reason.
All right, guys, that was Intern Corner with Alex Kahn. Oh, Alex, thanks for joining us. Another great call from Alex. Thank you for calling in to our number. Again, guys, that number is right here. It is 908-679-9940. That's right, guys. It's our number because it's got 4 9s in it. How many numbers do you know with 4 9s? Call us and tell us. All right, guys.
Let us know.
What a great quarter. Well, we also have some voicemail to check while we're still doing the phone numbers. Real quick, I just wanted to check in on a voicemail call that we have received for this episode, and let's listen now.
Yeah, this is Mr. Freeze, and I am calling in to say that anyone that does not like Batman Forever needs to chill out. I worked very hard on that movie, and I do not appreciate the negative comments I am receiving, okay? You guys need to take a chill pill, and time for you to chill out. Goodbye.
I'm not sure if that's Arnold Schwarzenegger or if that's the Triumph the Insult comic dog. I think it's somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between.
Whoever that caller was needs to work on their Arnold Schwarzenegger impression and realize that there's more to doing a good Mr. Freeze than just making a bunch of ice puns.
Yes, but we do appreciate
whoever that
Mr.
caller
Freeze
might have been.
calling in. We do really appreciate it when people like Mr. Freeze call in. We do have another celebrity voicemail. I don't mean to blow through them all, but maybe we're gonna save it. Let's give away a few more awards.
Okay, yeah.
For those of you just tuning in, of course, we were talking on the hotline, 908-679-9940. Okay, let's get to the award here. The next award is going to be a big one. How are we feeling about the turnout so far? What are you thinking about the popularity vote, Matt or Katie?
I love the popular vote. This is the way that the Oscars should be done. It's truly democratic. It does lead to a lot of ties.
We have had a lot of ties.
We have had a few ties, but not always. I think these will be more I don't think we're going to see as many ties on these movies. I have no idea.
I don't think so. I don't think so either. But that does say, like I said earlier, it speaks to how many Batman movies our audience has truly seen. Yes. That they have strong opinions about all the different Batman movies, and I love to see that. So I think it's going great. I think the night's going great.
I do too. It's a beautiful night. It's touching. It's moving. We've heard some great tidbits about the Batman franchise, and one of the most defining elements of the Batman franchise is our next category. Katie, how are you feeling? Are you excited?
I'm super stoked.
That's awesome. You're about to be even more stoked with this dope rap. Let's reveal the category is Best Joker. That's right, guys. Best Joker. Oh my God. That's right.
I want to talk a little bit about this category.
Absolutely.
We had a really hard time deciding whether or not to include it,
yes,
or whether to just throw Joker in with all the other villains.
Yes.
Because there is also a Best Villain category, sneak peek. We decided that Best Joker deserved its own category just because, A, of the number of people that have played Joker and he's probably been the most consistent villain throughout the Batman universe. I think people have the most like cultural affinity for Joker, and because of that, we sort of thought, hey, he's in the discourse, he's in the zeitgeist. Let's hear what the fans have to say about who their favorite Joker is.
Oh man, that's some. It seems like you really moved everyone, and I think that's I expect nothing less from you.
Thank you.
You are one of my greatest friends.
You're one of my greatest friends too. It's just such a fun thing that we get to do together.
Yeah, and with our community voting, telling us what they think, it's very great and interesting.
You know, I used to watch a bunch of movies and nobody would care what I thought about them, but now I'm on a live stream, and now everybody wants to know what I've been watching and what movies we like. Mm-hmm. So today I'm really happy to talk about the Batman movies that were very formative in my childhood and are to this day. He's probably my favorite superhero, and I'm really enjoying this evening of bats with you.
Oh, looks like
Andrew.
we got a call.
Oh, we got a call.
Call from. Yeah.
Oh, it's Sheila Tequila.
Sheila, we have to hear from her.
Sheila, thanks for calling the show back. How are you today? For those of you just tuning in, this is Sheila Tequila, the internet's most popular porn star. She loves our show. Go ahead, Sheila. What's on your mind?
So which Batman do you think has the biggest cock?
Oh, that is a great question. We were thinking about giving away the Best Bulge Award, but decided it was might be a little distasteful. But then I'm glad you called us up and brought it back up. Thank you. I guess I would say, I don't know. Probably Michael Keaton.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Yeah.
Do you like Michael Keaton?
Yeah, Michael Keaton's the best.
Wow. You always seem a little like you're working out or something when you call in. Are you exercising right now? Tequila? Sheila? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. How are you? What are you exercising on?
Yeah.
Well, do you have an opinion about Best Joker, our next category?
Heath Ledger, because he had a big cock.
It seems like that makes a lot of sense for your logic, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna let her go.
You know, I thought Sheila would have said Clooney or Kilmer.
Yeah.
Because in the Joel Schumacher Batman movies, there are a number of shots of when Batman and Robin are putting on their suits, where you get close-ups of not only their nipples but their bulges and butts, that are highly accentuated in these films. So I would have figured that Clooney or Kilmer would have gotten the nod, but maybe she doesn't care about the big beefy Batman. She's cool with the Keaton, who just is like comes across as just another guy just trying to do his best. So maybe that's what Sheila looks for in a man.
I think that's accurate. I'm sorry, we got a comment, but I'm not sure who it's from because of my computer. But it says Electoral College will always swing Nicholson. Is that
the Electoral College? Well, the Electoral College is notoriously undemocratic. So we will not abide by the Electoral College.
I think they're saying like the public, would think
I believe that's Griffin Davis from California.
Okay.
Griffin from California.
Interesting. Griffin from California.
A comment from the Tomb Room.
A sister show of Movie Blab.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm ready to see who wins Best Joker. I don't know about you.
Let's see these nominees, guys. we've of course got Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson, Jared Leto, Joaquin Phoenix, and Sid Caesar.
Yeah, Sid Caesar Romero of the original Joker, who notoriously refused to shave his mustache. So the Joker makeup, they just painted over his mustache for that movie. So if you look closely, you can tell that Joker's got a painted mustache.
Well, I don't think they designed that movie to be looked at too closely, but I think everyone should watch it because it's so much fun.
It's so much fun. It's a blast. I don't know. Do you have a strong opinion on this one, Andrew?
For me, it's a tough bet between Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a tie here. But maybe Joaquin Phoenix is going to be like the Bernie, you know?
Yeah. I think my favorite, I mean, I'm with you. I'm torn between Nicholson and Ledger. I think at the end of the day, though, I do choose Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Just because that performance was so iconic. It's also going to be interesting because 2 of these performances as Joker have won the actor Oscars.
That's
being
true.
Heath Ledger for Best Supporting Actor and Joaquin Phoenix for Best Actor. So I'm excited to see them go head to head and see once and for all what the public thinks.
Yeah. I mean, let's find out right now. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Okay. Katie, any thoughts on Joker?
I'm going for Heat.
Going for Heat.
She's
All
going
right.
for Heat.
Let's take a look, guys, on the Blab top. Let's find out who winnie. And the winner is, by a landslide, Heath Ledger. Wow, look at that. 66.7% of the vote. Incredible.
That's like Russian presidential election numbers right there.
Yeah.
That's how you know, guys running away with it. That's incredible. Yeah, I think most people would agree. Not even a single vote for Cesar Romero, unfortunately.
Sadly, Sid Caesar.
And
it was Cesar Romero. That's why I got the name wrong.
Yeah.
That's why no one voted for him, because he wasn't ever. This Sid Caesar is different than Cesar Romero, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought his name was Sid Caesar Romero.
Oh, maybe I'm right. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. Either way.
Yeah, get at us in the comments.
Get at us in the comments.
It all makes sense.
It makes sense. I understand why Ledger ran away with that one.
Yeah, that one's The Dark Knight had that one in the bag, and a lot of
he
times
deserved it.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like in these lower categories, people tend to vote more crowd pleasing. It's more like the Best Picture where they vote stranger. I don't know.
I think too. It was the last movie that everybody saw like right after he passed away,
Yes.
and it was a big. Like I remember going to the theater after that and being like, whoa. Like,
yeah, he was already dead, right?
Yeah.
He died right after we finished filming.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Before it came out.
Yikes.
So when it came out, it was after everybody had found out. So I think that's also like a big thing around that movie too.
Yeah, I think you're right. It makes it a little more haunting.
For sure.
Well, let's get to the next category, guys. What do you say?
Let's do it.
All right. Next up, we have, to separate it, as Cragg explained, we have Best Villain Performance. That's right, guys. Best Villain Performance. Okay.
Wow.
So for Best Villain Performance, let's just get straight to the nominees.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get straight to it. And once again, since Joker was its own category, nobody that played Joker was considered in the Best Villain Performance category.
That is
if you don't like that, come at us in the comments. Leave us a voicemail. Tell us how you really feel.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put a smile on that face.
Okay, here it is, guys. The best villain performance. The nominees are...
we got Jim Carrey as the Riddler. This is from Joel Schumacher's first Batman installment, Batman Forever. with Val Kilmer as Batman. Jim Carrey brings his to a movie that's like not great, pretty bad actually, but Jim Carrey brings a lot of laughs and a lot of entertainment, and he really devotes himself 100% to the role of the Riddler. That has,
as much as Heath Ledger did.
Yeah, and that is what has gained him as a spot here as Jim Carrey as the Riddler, or Dr. Edward Nygma, Dr. E. Nygma. We also have a classic, Danny DeVito as the Penguin. I think Danny DeVito as the Penguin is one of the all-time gross-out roles. It's so good and so fun. He really transforms for it into the Penguin. He's got black teeth. He eats raw fish. He has a penguin army. He rides around in a duck boat. He runs for mayor. He does all sorts of great things as Oswald Cobblepot, the Penguin. So definitely deserves some consideration in the second installment of the Tim Burton series, Batman Returns. We also have Tom Hardy here as Bane, an iconic role that people like to still quote to this day. People love doing the Bane voice. Everyone's wearing Bane masks right now for coronavirus. Tom Hardy as Bane. People love him. What a beautiful voice. Then, of course, we have Cillian Murphy as Scarecrow from Batman Begins. This is maybe a little bit of a cult favorite, maybe a little bit of an underdog nominee. But Cillian Murphy is a great actor from such movies as 28 Days Later and The Wind That Shakes the Barley.
I just blasted through with the music accidentally. Just blasted all that in the mix. But go ahead.
Okay.
Just that part.
Cillian Murphy, 28 Days Later, The Wind That Shakes the Barley, a great actor with piercing blue eyes.
Yes.
That make him look very crazy.
They could have done more.
And then, of course, we have from a movie that has been notoriously panned, yet has won an award here tonight already. We have Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze from Batman and Robin. He has great ice puns, as I mentioned earlier, and you got a little example of that from our caller, Mr. Freeze. People love the puns. I think that's about the only thing people like about this movie. And, he's a little empathetic that he's doing this all for his wife, who he is cryogenically frozen and is trying to save her from an incurable disease. And that's why he steals diamonds and freezes the entire city of Gotham. So Mr. Freeze, Arnold Schwarzenegger, nominated for Best Villain. Okay. Do you feel as if there were any ones that got left out that maybe you would have as an honorable mention for this category?
I don't know. I just accidentally opened the envelope, and my mind is blown by the results of this.
Okay.
But I do think that there were. I think that the only person we really missed was. I don't know. I mean, these are the ones that stand out to me.
You could talk about Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy.
Yes.
As a villain.
Yes.
You could talk about any of the Catwomen portrayals, but Catwoman's a tough one because she's a villain, but also has like part of her, like Batman's always trying to turn her good.
Yeah.
And there's like a little bit of a love interest there, so it's hard to say like that she would maybe rack up stuff as like best villain because there's some good left in her. I'm trying to think. None other ones really pop out to me as really big villains. Katie looks like she's fallen asleep.
I think she's ready for us to reveal the best villain.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm excited to see this.
I'm worried about Katie.
Katie, do we need to call a doctor?
Do we need to call a doctor for you?
Have you fallen and can't get up? It seems
That's
like
right, guys. It's the Batman Awards, and we're about to reveal the best villain performance. Can you handle it? Can you handle it?
I can handle it. I can handle the heat. Katie's died from anticipation.
All right, guys, it is a crazy tie between Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze and Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
This is nuts. This is
This
crazy.
is a pretty...
People seem pretty split on this one. I gotta go. Danny DeVito is my personal favorite villain performance.
I mean, they both get the Batty.
Yeah, they both get after that.
Yeah, I mean, we did not anticipate this. Just the underdog of the franchise, Batman and Robin, making it this far.
Yeah, it's one now. Has been tied for 2 awards. So actually, Batman and Robin getting a little bit of love in the chat, which is, kind of interesting. I can't say that I saw that coming. Those Joel Schumacher ones are controversial, but apparently here at Movie Blab, people think that they get a bad rap, and they have more to offer than what the critics have to say. So,
yeah, I think that's a great.
Fascinating results.
Fascinating stuff. Katie.
She must have us on mute.
Katie.
Is there anything wrong with you, Katie?
Oh my God, she's scaring me. I think she's laughing.
Should we call her?
Yeah, she's laughing. I can see her laughing. She's just committed so hard to this bit. She's trying to convince us she's dead while we're live. You can see even her shadow shaking. Yeah. Oh, she's back. Oh God.
Oh my God. It's alive!
Oh wow, she's grown so.
She's gotten very large.
Oh no, the whole building's coming down. Okay, I think that's a really crazy response, but it's good to see kind of who's people's number 2. It's more of a kind of a throw up when you take out the Joker option.
Yeah. That's what that's another reason why I wanted to give Joker its own category, because I wanted to see, because like everyone say, oh, best villain Joker, and it's like, no, I want to see like if you take the Joker out of it, who is the best. So I'm glad we saw that. Danny DeVito as Penguin and Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
That's right. Fantastic, and the people have spoken. The people have spoken indeed.
Mm-hmm. What do we got next? What are we looking at here next, Andrew?
Next up, we have the Best Batman category. That's our second to last category we're giving out.
Wow.
This one is gonna. I wonder if this one is gonna surprise us or be as much of an upset as we've seen with some of these Mr. Freeze wins here and there. But Matt, I think it's time to get to the nominees. What do you think?
Let's take a look.
All right, guys. The director of a Batman movie is a special kind of responsibility, being taken on by some famous and fantastic directors of giant blockbusters: Zack Snyder, Joel Schumacher, Tim Burton, Christopher Nolan, Chris McKay. And the nominees are... Do you want to reveal should we reveal the nominees, Matt, or is there something else you wanted to say during this?
No, I think you just sort of listed them off there. I just wanted to say, when you look at the Batman movies, you can definitely look at them as like director series franchises.
Yeah.
Like as each little thing to look at together. The Tim Burton movies, of course, Batman Returns. Nolan with the Dark Knight franchise. Joel Schumacher with those weird ones in the 90s. Chris McKay with Lego Batman, which is great, which we thought deserved some love here because at the end of the day, it is a Batman movie. And there are some like animated Batman movies that we left out today that we haven't really talked about, but we decided that Lego Batman deserved at least a nomination here. And then, of course, if you feel like it, you can vote for Zack Snyder for Batman vs. Superman, but that movie was bad.
Well, shall we get to the winner?
Yeah, let's see who people think is the best director of Batman movies.
And The Batty goes to... Oops.
No, that's Best Batman.
That's it. Best Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan with Tim Burton coming in second place there. Yeah, I think that's what most people would say. I think most people would say that the Dark Knight franchise is probably everyone's favorite. And if you look at it from like a director viewpoint of like building the world and putting everything in place and it having like sort of the clearest vision, I think that's true. I am personally, I really love the Tim Burton ones. I think he gets a great mix of dark and camp. But I definitely see Christopher Nolan has the most complete sweeping vision of Gotham City and the Caped Crusader, and sort of the dark, the Caped Crusader, the Graped Crusader.
No, I want a
He
grape.
eats so many grapes.
I want a grape real bad now.
Oh, you want a grape? Breakfast foods.
Let's check real quick with Katie on the red carpet. Katie on the red carpet.
Katie
on the red carpet.
Katie on the carpet.
She seems like she's having a laugh with the Riddler.
She's falling asleep on Bane's chest.
Oh, Katie. The
Is that
narcolepsy.
secret?
It really takes her. That's
Fall
why we
asleep.
can't have her on the show. We got to keep her in the audience because of her narcolepsy.
She might fall asleep on you.
Yeah. No offense to anyone with narcolepsy, but you know, it's not ideal for live streaming.
It's
Damn-
not.
damn it.
Anything else you wanted to say about the directors? You know,
I think Christopher Nolan is a great director. He is also Slam Dance alumni, as am I, and so I love Christopher Nolan the most. And I think he does the best with it. I mean, they're two very different franchises. They're two very different trilogies, or Tim Burton and Christopher Nolan are two very different approaches to the story. So it's hard to compare them. It's easy to say that Tim Burton is better than all the rest. Chris McKay did an incredible job with Lego Batman, though.
Yeah,
even though it didn't receive any votes.
I think that's worth pointing out.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to see that Zack Snyder didn't receive any votes either.
Obviously, yeah. And Tim Burton was, in second, and then Joel Schumacher. Somebody loves these Joel Schumacher.
Somebody
movies.
loves these Joel Schumacher.
Of these 15 people, that's enough. That's a good amount of. How many? That's 2 votes.
Because I would say Leslie Martinson, who directed the 1960s Batman, the movie, the Batman. I think he had a clearer vision for Gotham than Joel Schumacher did, who struggled to make it look not like a movie set.
Yeah, it's like get a production designer. I guess if you're not Tim Burton, it's a hard task. And if you're not doing it in the real world like Nolan.
Yeah. It's like all the Joel Schumacher ones are clearly just like nothing is filmed on location. It's all just like very clearly a movie set. They're just so the action sequences are terrible. It's not good. But somebody out there loves Joel, so
yes, they do. Good for them. Good for them. You clown.
And I don't hate Schumacher across the board. I just didn't like his Batman movies. What's the next category here, Andrew?
All
Wait,
right. The next category. Katie! She's out. All right, guys. The next category is for the best Batman. Oh, my God. Batman is the toast of the night. And so it'll be interesting to see who the audience has decided to toast for the best Batman. It's a lot of nominees, guys, but we're gonna break down some of our favorites. Best Batman.
We didn't cut anyone out.
We gave everyone a shot at this, pretty much. Yeah.
Because I really did want to see what the audience had to say across the board about their favorite Batman. We could have excluded Ben Affleck or Val Kilmer or Clooney, and just sort of like narrowed it down to people who played Batman for more than just one movie. But
we didn't.
We didn't do that, and we wanted to hear what you guys really think. So let's go to the nominees here, Andrew.
All right, guys, this is a tense one. The nominees are Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, Adam West, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Ben Affleck, and Will Arnett. What a list of men. Katie McDowell. Katie! Katie, wake up and tell us what your best Batman is real quick. Katie? God damn it.
She's out.
I don't know who I would choose, you know. I would probably go with Ben Affleck, right?
That's a troll choice.
Shall we
I feel like if you say something like that, you're inviting the Movie Lab troll to come and attack you. I
hope that doesn't happen.
You know, I kind of thought if either one of them had been given a better movie, maybe they could have been better. Kilmer and Clooney, neither of them are terrible Batman, but the movies they're in are just so bad that it doesn't work. I have to, at the end of the day, I have to go with Christian Bale from the Dark Knight series.
Well, let's see what people thought. Christian Bale wasn't everyone's favorite in terms of his performance as Batman when it came out because of his strange voice.
Yeah, well, he notoriously hated being in the bat suit, which made him angry, and I thought that was a good portrayal of Batman. You know, you get a lot of that rage and anger that is in the bottom of Batman's heart. You know, he's more than just this cool, collected guy. You know, like this, cool billionaire. He's got some anger and rage to him, and I thought Christian Bale did a good job with that.
I would agree. Let's see if the audience agrees. This is our second to last award. This is the big deal. Who is our best Batman here on the Batman Awards? Who's going to take home that Batty? Let's find out right now. It is Christian Bale.
And a
well-deserved
landslide.
By a landslide, with Michael Keaton receiving a few votes as well. And Adam West being a favorite.
So this is sort of continuing the trend of people saying, at the end of the day, going, hey, if you ask me, I like the Nolan ones best, and then the Tim Burton ones, and then after that, it's kind of whatever.
It's whatevs.
Yeah, Keaton's a great Batman, too. Like I said earlier in the show, he's not, ripped and hunky and bulky like the other guys. And that was something Tim Burton apparently looked for. He wanted him to just be another guy. And I think Keaton does a great job at that. Keaton is also probably one of my favorite Bruce Waynes, because that's another thing you have to think about when picking best Batman. How well they play Bruce Wayne versus how well they play Batman. We are just putting Katie to sleep with our Batman.
It really is negative. It's very negative.
Yeah. It's kind of upsetting.
It is. It's very upsetting. As the host of the show, to see someone just sleeping upon the head of Jim Carrey, just lying back there and just expecting, she gave her great seats. We gave her fantastic seats, and this is how she repays us.
This is how she repays us.
Let's see what the crowd thinks.
Boo, Katie, boo. I think she's got us muted.
All right. I think it's time to get to our final pick, the best picture. What do you think?
Do you want to hear that final voicemail before we do?
Oh, I think you're right. There is one more voicemail left in the box.
We were saving it. I think this is a good time for it.
Okay, let's give that one a listen, guys. That's right. It's not too late to call in. If you're just joining us, here's the phone number, and you can give us a little ring-a-ding-ding. We'd love to hear from you. You can weigh in on this final best picture vote. That's right. It's the popular opinion, guys. 908-679-9940. You can give us a call and tell us what you think of Batman. It is never too late to weigh in, guys. All right, here we go. We got some voicemail from this week. People knew we were doing this episode. They left us a fun voicemail, and it appears to be a celebrity voicemail from none other than show regular Dr. Phil.
Ah, Dr. Phil. Great to hear from the good doctor.
Exactly. I've never heard him weigh in on his movie taste. I'm interested in how he feels about the Batman franchise.
Yeah.
Aren't you, Katie?
We've seen him on this show give advice to couples before, but now I'm excited to hear his movie picks and his opinions on Batman. I've decided to just ignore Katie for the rest of the show.
I think that's the best technique.
Yeah, if we keep drawing attention to her, it makes us look bad.
You're right. Here's a voicemail.
Hi, Movie Blab. It's Dr. Phil. I'm here to I want to talk about Batman. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Batman movies, but I gotta say, I think Batman has trouble with the ladies.
He does.
Yep,
yes.
It's true. He might be a hero on the streets, but in the sheets, well, I won't say zero, but he's certainly... Well, most of the ladies he loves guys. That's the thing. And I think if you're looking around and you're saying, oh my God, all my girlfriends keep dying, keep getting kidnapped. Well, guess what, Batman? The problem isn't the girls, okay? Maybe the problem is you. Maybe you need to say, what about my behavior?
Yes.
Is making it such
great advice
that these ladies are finding that they keep being put into positions in which they are kidnapped by the Riddler.
Oh.
You see?
Yes.
What I'm saying?
Yes.
So, I think Batman's great, but maybe look up to him for style. Maybe look up to him for, he made his life happen how he wanted. But
is this Dan Savage or Dr. Phil?
Relationship advice, look somewhere else, brother. All right. Sweet dreams. I'm going to bed soon here, so good night, everybody. Dr. Phil. Bye-bye.
Good night, Dr. Phil.
Thank you, Dr. Phil, for calling in. That was super sweet of him.
Thanks for the voicemail. Yeah, I mean, we talked about that a little bit earlier, Dr. Phil. He does have some trouble with the ladies. They do get kidnapped a lot. Maybe he needs to do some working on himself before he can be in a committed relationship.
Why so serious?
Yeah, I think that is great advice for these characters, and I hope that they heed it. Dr. Phil is now giving therapy to fictional characters, which is an interesting move, but you got to spice it up during coronavirus. Am I right, Cragg?
Yes, I thought it was some great advice, though. It's always good to hear from Dr. Phil.
Pound it, buddy. Don't leave me hanging here. Other way. Yep. Oh, back your fist up. Back your fist up. And pound me. Bam! That's right.
Anytime, brother. I'll pound you anytime.
Wow. Well, guys, it is finally time to reveal our nominees for the Best Picture here at the Batman Batty Awards. Batman Movie Awards. We're giving out Batties. Matt Cragg, are you ready? Is there anything you want to say before we reveal this?
It's been a long night, but it's been a great night.
Yes.
No longer than the Oscars, more democratic than the Oscars, and exclusively focusing on Batman films, which the Oscars does not do and should maybe consider.
Yes, they should do
I think the first annual Batties has been a success. I can't wait to do some more movie award shows for other franchises that the crew here at Movie Blab and the audience that follows Movie Blab might have some opinions on and want to be voted on. So I'm looking forward to continuing this format with you in the coming weeks. This has been great. We got some other great shows coming up this week. Tomorrow you got to
plug them.
Tomorrow you got a great show with Sharon.
I do have a great show with Sharon tomorrow. I'm very excited for. We are going to be doing our top three silly horror gems. I'm glad you asked. Here's the schedule. That's Wednesday. Silly horror gems with Sharon.
Sharon is great for silly horror gems.
Exactly.
Sharon's got a lot of great hidden gems up his sleeve. So make sure you guys check that one out. You'll get some great movie recs out of him. So some things you probably never have heard of before, but they're going to be a great blast of a time. So make sure you check out Sharon's Silly Horror Gems.
And then, of course, on Thursday, you and I are back together again in defense of Winona Ryder with potentially with sleepy juror Katie McDowell.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get back in the courtroom and practice my first love, movie law.
Yes, I do
with
love
my esteemed code counsel here, Andrew.
Thank you.
Winona deserves some respect. She's had a bit of a resurgence lately, but it's time to look back at her entire career and defend her as a phenomenal actress who has, just a lot to offer and is very, very original and can do a lot of different things. So I'm excited to talk about Winona on Thursday with you.
Me too. That's going to be fun as heck. And we hope everyone will tune in. I'm sorry I'm having an issue. And then it's going to be a great rest of the week. We're halfway through our shows. We do 4 shows a week right now. It's pretty fun. Not for everybody, though, apparently. Katie. Anyway, guys, it's time to give out the final award. Here are our nominees.
For Best Picture, we have The Dark Knight, directed by Christopher Nolan. Batman Returns, directed by Tim Burton. Joker, directed by Todd Phillips. Batman, directed by Tim Burton. Batman Begins, directed by Christopher Nolan. And the Lego Batman movie, directed by Chris McKay.
Wow. So many good ones on there.
Left off the Joel Schumacher ones. Sorry for whoever's been trollily picking every Joel Schumacher Batman movie along the way. None of those were nominated, but we have some great noms on there. I think those are the best. Those are probably the best places to look at when you're looking at best pictures for the Batman movies. Andrew, do you agree?
I agree completely, and I think that this one's probably pretty clear in terms of the general population, what they believe in, but that doesn't mean that's the same for the Blab Academy. Blab Academy might vote differently, and we're going to find out by all the official voters. I'm going to do one last refresh here to make sure that we've got all the votes in. And the winner is...
by popular vote,
the first Best Picture winner of the Movie Blab Awards. It is The Dark Knight.
Wow.
Surprise, surprise, guys.
6% of the vote.
Wow.
The thing is, the thing is that The Dark Knight, it probably is the best one. It's definitely the most popular one in popular culture and across the zeitgeist. I'm not surprised to see it be voted as the best picture, but it doesn't have to be my winner for best picture. And because I have a microphone, I do want to tell you all about what my favorite Batman movie is, and I might get a little bit of slack for this, but for me, it goes Batman Returns, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight. So Batman Returns, Tim Burton's Batman Returns is actually my favorite Batman movie. Rewatched it.
I have to go with Dark Knight. I mean, I can't.
Yeah,
I'm really
that's
happy.
fair, and I think that's fair. I honestly do, and I think Dark Knight is an incredible film. Batman Returns, there's just something about it. It's dark, but it's silly. It's really funny to me. And Danny DeVito, Christopher Walken, the Penguin Army. It's great, but probably doesn't compare to The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger, Christian Bale, Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman.
I mean,
a stacked cast. It's a fantastic movie. It deserves to win Best Picture. And I'm glad to see the Movie Blab audience agrees.
Yeah,
Katie, what do you think?
Dark Knight, #1, baby.
Well, this has been an incredible ceremony and the first of many. I want to thank everyone for joining us for this beautiful and moving Batman Awards. We did it, guys. We made it, and I think the people have spoken, and I have to say, for the most part, I agree with these choices. We've seen a lot of great Batman movies take home a lot of awards, but clearly the winner is the Dark Knight trilogy. We will be back with another awards show very soon. In the meantime, please check us out tomorrow with Silly Horror Gems and Thursday with In Defense of Winona Ryder. Movie Lawyer, that's right, guys. Matt Cragg, anything you want to say to end the awards ceremony?
No, guys, this has been a blast. Like I said, I'm not here to pontificate and have you listen to, my views like a lot of celebrities do when they win awards. It's been an honor hosting the first annual Movie Blab Awards. We did this for the Batman franchise. I'm looking forward to doing it for other franchises.
Yes.
You guys can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Craggum. And make sure you follow and like Movie Blab on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and Twitch and all sorts of great social media services. We're thinking about maybe coming up with a TikTok. That's something
happening.
That kids would be interested in.
Yeah,
so look forward to that.
Yeah. It's going to be great. Make sure you guys call in and vote for the next round when we do this again. It was super fun, and we thank everyone who participated, including Katie McDowell. Katie, anything you want to plug? All right, she's plugging The Science of Sleep, apparently. Great film. And I, of course, guys...
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight. All right, I'm going to plug Movie Blab. It's a great show. I think you guys would like it. You just watched it now, so you should keep watching it. We're live every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Interact with us. Call us. Love us. We love you. And we're going to see you tomorrow for our top 3 Silly Billy Horror Gems with Sharad Patel, guys. It's going to be good. I want to thank everyone for leaving voicemails. Dr. Phil, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and of course, Han from Texas. I also want to thank Alex Codd for Intern Corner, and of course, Matt Cragg for his undying dedication to the Blab. We will see you tomorrow for more fun. Stay home, stay safe, wear a mask, and toodaloo.
Hey everybody, I'm Andrew Edison, and you're tuned in
to Movie Blab.
The clock has started. The clock has started.
Action! That's right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. It was super fun. Make sure you tune in for more blah, 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 because that's all we do. Ha, ha, ha. It's going to be fun. See you tomorrow and on Thursday. Like and subscribe, spread the word, and peace and love.